There's one part of the Christmas menu that hasn't yet had my chocolate makeover, and that's alcohol.
I absolutely love eggnog at Christmas, and my version has a festive chocolate twist. All eggnog is a thin, boozy custard. Sounds delicious, doesn't it? And I add some chocolate. So I'm using a vanilla pod to flavour my eggnog.
Eggnog is a Christmas classic. It originates from a medieval alcoholic drink called posset. My version combines 200 millilitres of double cream and a glass of milk.
3 tablespoons of cocoa powder.
This chocolatey delight also has a hint of ground cinnamon and ground nutmeg.
And then whisk it together.
It's a thick and velvety drink thanks to 5 egg yolks. Sweetened with 200 grams of caster sugar.
Whisk your egg yolks with your sugar until it's thick and creamy, and slightly fluffy and pale in colour.
Combine both mixtures together.
Add a little bit at a time. You want it rich and velvety and chocolatey. I can smell Christmas. It's that nutmeg and cinnamon with that dark chocolate. Now, right now, the consistency is quite runny, so I'm going to put it back on the heat and just warm it up really, really gently, so when you drink it, kind of coats your mouth. A little bit of patience is required with eggnog. It's a bit like waiting for Father Christmas to come. What you're looking for is the eggnog to coat the back of the spoon. I think we are good to go. Now, right here, we have a crème anglaise, or a very delicious chocolate custard with a bit of spice in it. But if you want to make it into eggnog, then you need to add a little bit of brandy. I've got 150 millilitres of brandy.
Leave to cool before pouring into a sterilised glass bottle.
Doesn't that look wonderful? That's Christmas in a bottle for you. Getting into the Christmas spirit.
Pop the bottle in the fridge overnight so the flavours infuse. With my Christmassy eggnog, biscotti, a delicious Italian biscuit. Chocolatey, of course.
It's a bit like a grown-up version of milk and cookies, this.
There are lots of classic Christmas flavours in this. We start with the basics. 270 grams of plain flour and 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder and 140 grams of sugar. Then the flavours of Christmas. Cinnamon, allspice, and some freshly grated nutmeg. To bind it together, 3 eggs.
Biscotti is great to have around at Christmas. It keeps really well, also makes fantastic edible gifts. I'm going to do a marbled version, so you get that beautiful pale biscotti and you also get a chocolatey one.
For the chocolatey swirls, add 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder to mix with half the dough.
This is the kind of thing you can do with kids, because the kids can just get their hands messy. Okay, chocolate dough is done. Just roll out the chocolate one into almost an A4 size piece of paper. I've got my chocolate layer. I'm going to add roughly chopped dark chocolate. You thought there wasn't enough chocolate in there, didn't you? Well, no, there isn't. And then 75 grams of blanched almonds. So I'm using half for the first layer, and then I'll use the rest for the second layer. And then roll out the pale coloured dough so it's the same size as the chocolate dough.
When your plain dough is the right thickness, lay it across the chocolate dough.
And now we're just going to sprinkle on all that extra chocolate. Be generous, be bold with the chocolate. Same with the almonds. More is more. Means you get more crunch. Flip it over. Another again. Like that. Pop it on there.
Bake at 160 degrees fan for 30 to 40 minutes.
Oh, wow. It's smelling divine. Melted chocolate, a little bit of cinnamon, bit of allspice. That is Christmas for you. Right now, you could eat the biscotti. It would be delicious, but you would have more of a cakey texture, and I want that crunch.
Biscotti means twice baked, and 15 minutes at 160 degrees fan does the job.
I think the biscotti are done. Now it's time for some eggnog. Here we go. Oh, just divine. Creamy, rich, delicious. I love how crunchy biscotti is. If I was Father Christmas, I wouldn't want a glass of sherry and a mince pie. I would want a glass of chocolate eggnog and a little chocolate swirl biscotti.
Christmas has just gone up a gear in my household. From sausage rolls and roasts to mince pies and decorations on the tree. Now with added chocolate. So go on, have yourself a very chocolatey Christmas.